back, yo. So let's learn new things. Ah, I wanted to do. Sure, it should be able to move it. Sweet. Ah, what? I should be able to do it, right? Okay, because it's still there. All right, sweet. So we won't do that. So now, what we're going to do. Oh no. All right. I think I think I fucked something up. I actually just made a mistake. All right. All right, so it says cleanup complete. Close this guy. Yeah, what's up, look? I am actually removing everything and then reinstalling from scratch just to prove proof of concept that we can do it. This I want this to be a skill that you can implement that everybody should be able to do. So we verified everything was removed. Okay. Mm-hmm. Reload 3 and Emery says, "Hey, how are you guys doing?" We're about, well, I'm going through the things I want to install. I want to install, basically build a lightweight, fast, uh, basically Chat GPT like large language model available offline. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. All right. Reload won't get off the subject. Hilarious. Which subject? All right. So let's clear everything and start from scratch. Hopefully this works. We'll figure it out along the way. All right. We're running Linux. So first thing we're gonna do is update the system. Yes, I am online because I'm grabbing all the information I need in order to build it, and then once I get all the information, I take it offline and then arrange it accordingly, and that way it doesn't update. Now, the good thing, so the good thing with this, when it comes to Linux, is even when I update like this, it's only updating what I'm telling it to. And it's only updating the things that I have on here. Oh, let's go. So now we've updated the system. So, and then I make another one. Yeah, I'm trying to like type this up first and see the command. Yes, it is. But this is a fresh one from scratch. Well, from scratch for me. I'm grabbing the quantized image of the information available, like Wikipedia and everything. So, oh, virtual. We're gonna go into a virtual machine. So you get it. Zip essential. Essential. Yeah. All right. So we got. So everything is online. Instead, now it's ready. So for better performance, why? Why would you say that? Uh, all right. All right. I got it. What is Intel is the Intel is best tell. Ah, it won't let me. Oh shit. All right, cool. Oh, apologize. Wanted to move a little fast, so we're gonna install this reader for libraries. All right. Now I want to install a Python environment. What this does is it's an isolated Python environment or a way. Oh, dude, I played the other night. Yeah, I know you guys were here when I was playing, and I went and played another set. It says once it loads, I should, and then restart terminal. Hmm. Let's go. Dude, what happened? Oh snap! I gotta make some more coffee, man. Wait. All right. Follow the prompts, then restart the terminal. So, okay. Is it still running? Uh, yes. Cool. All right. This is the part where it's kind of dangerous, right? No, I don't know. I am learning right now. You can undo this by terminating this. What's that? All right. Oh shit! Uh, I got to restart the terminal. So close. And all right, you guys can see it. So let me see. I won't see that. Wait, you you telling me to take it? All right, where did I see? Now you guys saw a mistake in real hand. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Oh, this is it. It didn't run. Oh, Jesus Christ! All right, all right, all right, all right. Good. Start all over again. This is gonna be ridiculous. But man, it was a hell of a mistake to make. Oh my God. Believe it or not, this is a ThinkPad, a Lenovo ThinkPad. Not even $200, and that's why I'm running it fairly light. Let's there. Yeah, running. Dude, it's efficient. It's efficient as hell. Oh, that's cool. Sax is pretty cool. Alto sax is the shit. Um, my cousin played one all through high school. We made fun of him, but he was pretty good. I'm gonna keep this one open out of the way, but that like I monitor. That's how I monitor if it's. So I used to just wait till the fan kicks in, but all right. I wrote everything down, so I just have to make tweaks to it. But no, that's already done. So here, you guys see that? I didn't bring it down a little bit. It's not in the way. There you go. And FFmpeg is also awesome for editing videos. Now, this is the one that we had an issue with. Is it? Wait. Hey, we're going to do this one again. And then, oh, yeah, and then it ends with that. So after that, I just have to go directly to creating the environment. Okay. Sweet. This makes sense now, a little bit. Alright. When this finishes, how do you turn autocorrect off? It's on the menu side of the software that you're using. Unless it's on your phone, then there's nothing you can do about that. You gotta go back and turn off the learning part. There's those little like, do you want this to do this? All right, let me hold on. Let me put this at the top. You can see it working. Oh shit! And press enter. Oh, it's still thinking. Cell phone? Oh yeah, you gotta turn that shit off on your phone settings, and you gotta turn it off for like accessibility. Cool. Yeah. Also, if you have like an Android, it's fairly easy. You can run a script, but iPhone they hide that shit in the settings. All right. So, dude, that's even better, man. You can run so much stuff on Android. Yeah. I did press enter to continue. And close that window. There's so much need. Yeah, well, yeah. The more you know, the less you have to depend on any other outside service. I just believe like back in the day when you got a computer, you worked with it. You know what I'm saying? And you figured it out, and then of course we didn't even like. All right. Well, that's freaking loading. Let's say like we didn't even like Apple and Shiza. Oh God, dang it! Like I said, we didn't even like Apple, and we very. I got dude. It's crazy. Like I'm a techie. Like I was in IT for years, and even in that, like I guess I was considered like a geek, a nerd. Like I knew what I was talking about when it came to that. But at the same time, like I didn't feel that way. I didn't feel like I knew anymore. I didn't feel that the shit that I knew was anything more special than what my homies knew. But outside of like I'm just curious about this. This goes to show you that like whatever you're curious about, like you, with the way technology is, you can. Oh, dude. Speaking of which, like I hope the weather's good. Like today, it's like a ridiculous storm. It's like apparently old movies. This is how they did it. Like there was no like technique of kill somebody, right? Apparently, Alfred Hitchcock thought that he would just kill, like he just walk. Nobody's gonna dodge or nothing. Yeah, I was cutting my butter from my coffee. A little salted butter. You want to see how weird I make my coffee? It's not weird. It's me. So one of the things is, of course, I got coffee, butter, turmeric because I'm weird. Salt. Ooh, y'all heard it? All right. And we're gonna have some nicotines. Yeah, bro. The rain was kicking our butts today. Oh, it was pretty nice. Dude, that's cool. Like talking to you guys, I realized that I have an accent. Do you guys agree? Do I have an accent? And if so, where is it from? Please let me know. Because even one of my buddies, he did a little YouTube letter, YouTube episode, and he was talking about me about I can't quite tell where his accent's from, and I forgot like I'm human. Of course I have an accent. It's just oh those are the things. The SFP. It's about right. My that my daughter like had heard how our language was and would just add things to it, and that was hilarious to me, when they were growing up. Dude, like I know it's raining, but maybe we should go to on a bike ride to the store before we go bananas on here for a little bit. But I appreciate you guys be just hanging out because, bro, last night the last stream was crazy. We that was, and then I got on Discord while we were there. Dude, thank you, Miss Willow. You're awesome. If I'm not mistaken, Kenny G played an alto sax, right? At one point in time. I appreciate the hearts, Miss Willow. That definitely helps the stream. And yeah, it's like as a kid, you like you know how peer pressure was. You know, everybody was like, "Oh, this is the new thing, the new songs and the new bands," and they would like shit on you for listening to like Kenny G. But man, read instruments. You can't tune those the same way. Like on a guitar, you can tune your guitar to 440, 432. But when it comes to wind instruments and stuff, like um, string instruments, you can tune whatever you want. But because there are no frets to like delineate the separation is going to be true. The it's going to be true to the individual. And I know there's some people's like, no, no, music is math. I'm like, yeah, but like on the 12th, it's not a full octave. It's like 17 cents short. Yeah, read instruments, lots of voicing. Um, I'm sorry, trumpets. Is so much strength in your face, bro. And I've seen people like play with like the shittiest reeds. It's all jacked up, and they'd be hitting that shit. That's like one of those things. It's like having I just have the acoustic guitar, and when I was younger, I was like, man, if only I had this. If only instead of getting good with the instrument that I had, which by the way, like I really enjoy playing, and I had to stop thinking about how what people thought about how I played. That was like the hardest thing for me because I play for myself. Like I'm playing alone. So like the first time when the homies hit me up about the band and the Whisper project, I was kind of weirded out from it, man, because I just got to Austin, man. Austin was it is the live music capital of the world, bro. And I had just showed up. I just re-picked up the guitar, and these motherfuckers like offering me like, "Hey, come and let's do this project." And I accepted it because I didn't know anything. And eventually, I don't know what it's called, but I felt that I didn't deserve to be there, to be playing with these guys. It's like, bro, they're fucking phenoms. And they all like switch instruments and they all know how to play. I play a guitar. Oh yeah, that was a fun night, man. That's the other thing is I don't know what the delay is, so I'm just playing just to try and keep time. That's why like I'll have my earphones on and it's just to have. So if it's delayed, at least it's all the same. As I made the mistake before of trying to play with someone online, and that shit is painful. With a delay, like you need the best internet connection ever to do that. It needs to be bonded. Oh, bro. Yep. You know how I was saying, like when I was playing guitar, I'm like, oh, chairs. The pattern looks like chairs, like the whole guitar. I just realized that that same pattern is just the spread out pattern on a keyboard. Half step is a black key. Like I can tell where the black keys are on a guitar. That's a weird thing to think about, but I started seeing the pattern I was playing on a keyboard every time I saw a keyboard. You know what? I'm gonna set up one of them. I got a couple. I got to set up as a tribute. You're gonna have the keyboard and everything. Well, that's what I have. That's all that I have. You know, those my kids, and they're that was the other thing. I didn't go out of my way to teach my kids music, but by the time they were like 6 or 7, they were playing guitar and other instruments. They were just really good at that, and really good at whatever they touched. That's I'm very grateful. Freaking my daughter's intelligent as heck. God, see now you got to think, man. I gotta make some phone calls later. Hey, look at our coffees. Oh, that's hot. I work with what I have. So, and my Frankentele, I think I'm not gonna put the tuner on, and I'm gonna do a Keith Richards thing, and play with 5 strings. Oh, I remember you telling me that a whole step down, drop C, and a whole step down and drop C. Jeez, bro, you play that on. Oh, that's serious chugging. That is some serious chugging on a drop C setup. Jeez. On a 12 string. How do you keep the tension on those for that? Do you just put extra winds in, or how do you go to drop C? Bro, I'm at E flat right now. If I try to drop any more of that, my strings are falling off. Oh, we got Gabby Poo. That's you say you tune down the whole step to relieve the tension, dude. Yeah, I know. Like that's well, I'm lying. That's not why I went down a half a step. I went down a half a step because there's something about that sound, and I'm tuned to 432, and then a half a step down, dude. That is the other thing. that I kind of really fucks with my homies about. Because when I played with my homies, they everybody tuned to 432. Now it makes sense on why, like, oh, oh, check this out. Turns out that was a mistake, and then he just kept it. And if you think about it, it makes sense. Like, it's not so strict in the. It's like when the lines on a drawing, like, okay, when you're a kid and they say draw a leaf, right? You do one of these, and you do little branches and a little dot line in the middle, and you do that, and you don't realize that nature itself has no borders. Like nature has no borders. That means tone wise, there are no borders for those. We indicate them in order to make the separation of music. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What makes music is the space between the notes, not so much the notes. Like we all know this as musicians, and how long and the tension, and then I don't know. There's no words. Oh, bro, 100%. Replace chords with numbers. Yeah. I, when I first learned, like, oh, transposing, we just add the numbers to the letter. You know, oh, we're in A, we need to be at G. Just subtract one. So G A B. You know, A D E versus G C D, etc. 1 4 5. Key is one. Yep. Root. And again, this is all new to me. I'm putting the words to the things that I'm doing, right? Just like we're doing on the machine. I was just saying, hey, I'm just putting action to this idea that I had. Like, why does everybody make this assumption that you need the internet to use this tool? When the reality is you're accessing another computer that doesn't have, like, that the only reason you have that connection is for you to access that tool. What if you build a tool at your house and then not have to go on the internet to use it? Yeah, but it's not as fast. I'm like, bro, the world, like, what do you mean it's not as fast? Yeah, like as far as the response you're getting, but is it the response that you want? Choose number chords desired, choose key, roll the number of the dice, and then play the progression roll. So, okay, choose the number chord desired. Hang on, let me screenshot that so I can read it. And yeah, I don't understand. I'm translating that to something I understand, and then back to English in order to respond. So, choose a desired number. Like I got the dice. So choose a desired, choose number chords desired. Am I saying like 1 4 5, and then roll that number of dice and play the progression roll? So I use one die or more than one dice. Key of E, 4 chords. Roll 4 dice E. Roll 4 dice. E is 1, and so on. So you roll 4 dice, and then whatever the number comes up, you're just going, oh, we're using E. And if it goes 4, 4 3 3 2, so you will be playing A 3 3 2. What? So we're playing 4, so we're playing. And each of those numbers is going to be the chord? Okay. All right. Now it's starting to make sense. I got to write that down so I can see it. Dude, freaking weather. It's really nice. Sometimes the key doesn't pop up on the dice. Oh, so like you don't get one? So you just gotta play whatever the numbers are, even if one didn't show up? Is that what you're trying to say? Oh, 6 chords in the song. You start at 1 at E, so E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. All right, I gotta actively do this if I'm gonna. It's a lot of chords. 6 chords in a song. I'll go with 3, 4. I'm pushing it. So roll this 6 times and then just record the order of those numbers and play those. Use the number of chords in the beginning. So I roll the first one, and then whatever that number, that's how many chords. Oh, and you roll that many times. It, you know what? If this is on the internet, I can Google it later and find out. Oh, if you use 3 chords, use 3 dice, and then you just roll them, and then okay, got it. God, it makes sense now. So if it goes past, yep, choose the key, and then roll those 3 chords, roll those 3 dice, and whatever the numbers comes out, that's what you play. So if I roll those three and he goes 1 4 5, then I play 1 4 5. And if I said G, then I'll be playing G C D. If I said E, I'll be playing E A B. Right? Does that make sense? Or am I? Did I fuck that up? I messed that up. Ugh. I'm trying not to spill my coffee and drop shit. Ooh, don't. All right, guys. And yup. Set up the coffee. Oh, don't fall down. You create a new sound, dude. Okay, because that's the reference. So if you're playing across things, you guys can actually record stuff. Hmm. It still didn't load that, so I have to restart. But it is loaded. You don't know if anybody else knows which one, the dice? You dice for ideas constantly. Yeah, I used to like do a bunch of stuff like that, but like now I that's why I started on this project with this after the music because I did the music for a while. And I'm still doing it. It's just now I know where to put it. Yes, I do. 1 4 5. Basic blues, turnaround, or a bunch of other songs. Yeah, rock, anything. Roll a 1 4 5 6. Got it. Phew. Oh, definitely, definitely, it definitely be oh, I see that. Let's see if this run. Oh, wait, wait. I think close that window and you just run it on the terminal. It's running it here. All right, so we're pulling the first one down now. It says it's 2.2 gigs. I picked a small one. So it says 8 minutes. Oh, it's a ThinkPad. It's a Lenovo ThinkPad. Nothing crazy. A Core i5 ThinkPad, and I just got that and USB C to right there. And then that's going to that that's downloading. Lenovo ThinkPad. That's the other thing that's so crazy. In 2009, I was in South Korea, and internet was ridiculous. It was like 100 gigs up. It's like a gig up, a gig down, and there was no dead spaces for any mobile device. Dude, that'd be cool, man. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember listening to that on Voice of America on shortwave radio, and then my uncle translating it to my grandpa. Also, speaking of Iran, shout out to Amir. He was here last night. Yes, sir. Dude, that's fucking bananas. All right, we got 1 gig. You know what's crazy? That's the name of my first band, Black September. Because is in September when I was going through high school. There's a bunch of things that happened back home. The third longest single span bridge in the world crashed, and I was on my way home. I would have been on that bridge if I caught a ride, but I didn't. Falcon Islands, Grenada. Be careful, bro. A lot of people out here are ignorant, don't know any better. They think all this conflict is new. Pretty different. I didn't do much. Just a long couple of decades of doing the man's bids. Hey, that's good. Hey, he makes a point. Grenada, Falkland Islands. Panama, Alaska. It's hard to donate blood. Oh, I am not allowed to donate blood indefinitely. It's a whole it's a whole thing I'm dealing with right now, which is great. Dude, I don't accept the society that we defended. Well, we didn't defend a society, man. We defended a government. They sold us. It's like Google says, "Hey, man, you get to free search," but the reality is they're collecting your searches and trying to figure out how you think and use you for certain things. All right, there you go. It's officially loaded and running. Now, this hill has regular info, so I'm gonna come here I'm not going to show that. I'm just going to disconnect. So you can see disconnected. No internet. And there it is. All right. And it is good evening. What's today's date? Oh, you have no internet. See? But look at that. April 25, April 5, 2023. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet that was like the last time somebody did an update to a database? And you notice it doesn't even have internet access. It doesn't even have access to the machine other than the CPU and RAM, and of course accessing the data on the hard drive. But as far as networking, it doesn't. That could be the build date, or it could be the information. Um, hey, shit, what are we doing? Let's ask it. What's the significance of April 5th, 2023 for you? No, it's trying to think. Hey, Sarah, what's your assembly date? The development of my capabilities began in December 2019 when Microsoft launched its initial version of personal assistant tool designed for consumer use on Windows device like PCs, tablets, smartphones. Since then, I've gone through numerous updates to improve functionality based on user feedback. Oh, that's cool. Oh wow, IEEE is involved in this. Holy shit! So they aligned these programs by feeding it like medical data and stuff, and then telling it that certain things are bad instead of just information. All right. Well, that means that becomes a prompt engineer. I'm not attached to the internet. Actually, let's do this. Okay, I can fix this as long as I don't touch the internet. But look at what it did. This is from Microsoft. This particular one, so it's going to be fairly. It's going to take a while. But I went. Is it possible to prompt engineer on alignment? And then it says the phrase you use seems metaphorical, suggesting the intentional misguidance or providing incorrect information, a concept opposite to ethical AI. There is no ethical AI. It's a piece, it's like a knife. A knife isn't ethical, responsible for research conduct. In academic terms, seeking accurate data for studies where precise is crucial, always aim towards rigorous sources like peer-reviewed journals. Nope. Peer-reviewed means the whole community has to agree. That's not a way. That's like a majority rules thing. That's not facts. That means everybody agrees. Fucking stupid. You saw those guys that did they made fake studies and they were published in peer review stuff with people saying, but and they made it all up. Yeah, it has a built-in censorship. That's the beauty of taking it offline is you can undo all this. It's, ah, you know what? Let's get back on the network and pull another one. 32 cents per gallon pissed me off. What the fuck? Bro, I'm from the South Pacific, man. Our gallons were $2 a gallon when I was a kid. All right, now we're gonna pull a large language model offline. So we're gonna take it from the server. What we're gonna do is we're gonna tell Olama, which is the container, to pull it from the internet. So say, hey, Olama, run this particular one, Mistral, and run the latest one. That means if it's not here, he has to pull it from the internet. What's all right? Oh, I'm misspelling it. No wonder. we want all right. Let's see. Okay, let's do 3.1. All right, so Olama run Mistral 3.1. All right, let's see this. Yeah, the mistakes, those errors up there is me mistyping. And now we're pulling a 4 GB file down. This is Mistral 3.1. Can you really rewire errors in the hardware? Yeah, if you have a big enough mic, if you get the right tools. You got to remember, like the whole i5, i7, i8 is they don't design that. It's when they're done with the chip, it's whatever's left. That's what they use, and they count them. Also, I think I'm going to program a cool physics thing, so you guys can see it. I might program learn how to do a Mandelbrot set. That's always fun. Explain hot, dry air being colder, being heavier than cold, wet air. Well, because there's water in it. It's wet. Well, it's still downloading right now, so we're gonna ask Mistral, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna train. Hang on, which one are we gonna use? Uh, Whoo, let's go. We're gonna be trading this. Oh, I see, said the blind man. Cuffs should have been abolished along with slavery. Sir, slavery wasn't abolished. Why do you think they still have handcuffs? Solid state drive is going to be third, at least 16 gigs of memory. All right, so, oh shit, I thought it was done. It's not. All right, and it's writing it. Its latest. eh, Oh, wow, thank you. There you go. That's what we need. See, even tells you if you download the latest. However, be aware that using the latest may lead to incompatibilities or issues due to change between updates. It's often safer to use explicit tags that represent stable releases if available. Sweet. So, oh snap. All right. It's basically saying you got it backwards in the question. That's good. I sleep at a good 9:13 p.m. Hey, you think you know? So, yeah, Grandma always said you might think you know everything, but you'll never know what time you fell asleep. Hmm. The Supreme Court held that the officer's conduct was justified under the Fourth Amendment because it was reasonable for the officer to believe that Mims might attempt to drive away or harm officer while he struggled to retrieve the necessary documents. This case established that police officer may conduct a brief investigative detention in a traffic stop if they have reasonable articulable suspicion that criminal activity is afoot. The officer's actions during the stop must be justified under the circumstances and based on the officer's observations or reasonable inferences from those observations. Reasonable inferences. It's not what you don't. It's not what you know. It's what you. It's not what you don't know. It's what you know for certain that just ain't so. That fucks you. Sam Clements. Oh, here's a good one. Yep. And that's the thing, man. That's what like people don't quite get is the rights that you lose is because they weren't exercised. Yes, sir. Rights not exercised atrophy. Okay. Well, hang on. Let me have it finish this script right quick so I can copy it and do the edit because this is a cool little Mandelbrot experiment I want to do and show you guys in real time, dude. I'm so excited about this. I don't know why. Like, does that make me like a damn silly little geek? But like, what we're doing here is literally utilizing every technology created up until this point. All right, let's go. What's the operating oil pressure on a high pressure oil pump on a diesel engine, which is a compression ignition engine? And oh, bro, this is gonna be a long one because he didn't specify the size. Oil pressure on the compression ignition engine also depends, like it says, on the size. All right, so but hey, let's shoot it. Let's shoot it. Let's see if we can. 6.3 power stroke. What is the operating oil pressure on a high pressure oil pump on 6.3? All right, so check this out, right? The kicker here is like you can take this and then, like, say you're working on your car. You can sit there and just feed it all the information of when you get it wrong, right, everything. And by the time you're done working on your car, you can pull this up and it has the step by step. It'll assemble it. You just gotta feed it. It's called I forgot what it's called, rag. And that's the other thing about it is if it can't figure it out, that's when people say it lies. is it gathers as much information as it can and puts what makes sense together. But logically speaking, what makes sense isn't always true. This is also proof that something like that is not common knowledge, because it'll put up everything you can Google basically really fast. But when you start going, and the more detailed you write something, the better your answer. It's saying 30 to 35 psi. I don't even know. I don't know enough about. That doesn't that seem low? How many chemicals are introduced by city? Oh yeah, dude. You know what I don't get is how diesel engines, compression ignition engines, have gone from being a mechanical thing to having so much on it it can't run without a computer. But the reality is you can create it like, bro, we had a Yanmar three-cylinder diesel engine that still works. There you go. Sodium sulfite for color removal, ammonia, coagulant aids. I literally I got so bent out of shape about all this electronics that I started a project. I actually drew up uh holy shit, 10 different, and that's just the 10 topics. Each of those is different types of chemicals rolled into one. Like they're saying alum, but it's ferric chloride or polyphosphates for sediment removal. Whew, that's a spicy one. Now, we're goofing off and we're playing around with this, so this is cool, and I don't mind. I really, when you, if you decide to build something like this, understand that whatever you do here, this system is putting it together and then using that to aggregate and feedback. So be very careful. Like if you want to train it, train it. And if you want to make one that you can just goof off with, just make sure that's not the one that somebody's using to try to get pertinent information from in order to work on something that's like, you know, a life requirement. You know, like I think you were here, man. I think you were one of the first one here when I built the first one and it was live, and I instantly went, "Oh, this is a fucking gun. This is a gun with no safety." Oh, let's go. Yeah. Whew. Oh yeah, that shit. I had a panic attack when I saw that. When I saw this thing working without internet, that was full blown panic, homie. Yeah, we're having a ball now. We're talking, and because we kind of understand. I know not to be an asshole, but at that time, I all I saw is this has to be available to everyone. This has to be available. This is like a firearm. It has to be available to everyone because they're going to use it to fuck everyone. And you need to understand how it works. That is what is okay. It's not AI. It is a information aggregator. They move fast, they read fast, they aggregate it based on natural language processing that is programmed by people designed for to understand the way we talk and aggregate the information accordingly. That's not intelligent. You know what's intelligent? Let's build it and then ask it random questions. This was intelligent. Us going, let's use this to build something. Love your friends, but keep your enemies closer. Oh, that's a good one, Brett. All right. All right, let me see. All right, let's all right, all right, all right. It's oh yes sir, yes sir. All right, let's okay. Okay, I gotta instruct. Oh, ooh, buddy. Oh yeah, yeah. A key, when you're buying a key without the cuffs, there's only one purpose for that. There's two: a spare key and in case I need to get out. So it's ridiculous that they make those determinations, but that's what they do. And now people don't even make them, man. They have machines doing that. All right, all right, guys. I really enjoy doing this. What do you think? Because okay, that's I'm gonna be fucking serious, right? Like I would like to fund this channel. What do you guys think is something that we've done that I can put on Patreon for customers? Like, hey man, you wanna whatever? I don't know. I have a feeling that we're gonna this is gonna be a crazy journey, and why not fund it like in the fastest way possible, but not like take money from you guys. I'm, you guys are cool. You guys are here. We do all this stuff. Hmm. I mean, that's what everybody's doing. So, Brett, you're a genius. I mean, let me go ahead and start. I'm gonna show this to you guys, right? It's fucking verifying right now. Layman's AI. That's a good one. Yo. This is not your fault. Yeah, when they started making faster one, people are tripping, man. They don't realize the only thing that made Oldsmobiles slow was how heavy the car was. Was how heavy the car was. What did you write? All right, all right. We got the first thing. All right, so there you go. So it's set up, and this one, this is not your father's AI. Hey, bro, let's go. We're gonna build a brand now, bro. Let's go. All right, so I got that part done. Shout out to Brett for the amazing ideas. Okay. Oh, bro. So off the bat, we need a minimum viable product. Yo, let's go. Who? Let's. All right. So we want an offline, large language model running on commodity hardware like a ThinkPad, a PC, a mini PC, and then a simple user interface that like hits chat and voice, and the local training is RAG, and all you have to do is feed it your entire household or company stuff. Oh, bro, let's go. Oh, here's the thing. You can do it. You can plug it into whatever you want. But what I really wanted to do is to ensure that it's yours and it's not shooting any, that it's private. Like if you could take it off the internet, there's you upgrade whatever, it's still gonna run. It just needs this environment to run. So if you're not fancy, you don't want the chat GPT weird website thing, you can just do what we're doing. What we were doing was basically what ChatGPT was doing in the background, but they give you the user interface, which is like the website with a text box. But the reality is, when you're doing that, it's doing something like this. As far as email capability, oh, that's easy. You can run scripts to make it do whatever. But right now, okay, and mm-mm-mm. Okay, set this one up. Would you need assistance from too bad you can't recreate a sort of Kindle AI? Bruh, don't underestimate me. Do not underestimate me. I'll put the entire Gutenberg project on a Kindle for you to fucking read through. That's not arrogance. It's just I think if it's possible according to the laws of nature and it's legal, I don't see why the fuck not. And would I need assistance from a chip company? No. Um, the thing is, it will work. It will work faster and better on a GPU. But what I'm trying to do is make it work faster and better on a regular computer on the CPU, so you can put it on the Snapdragon on like an Android and still work. All right. So I got this part. Wait, did I already do that? Hang on, guys. I just I'm trying to see. Uh, I did copy that. Is that where it's at? At an ecosystem. Yeah, when it's running, the thing is, it only uses. That's why I was running the H top on here, because it only uses the memory when it's doing the work, and it only uses CPU when it's doing the work. Once it's done, it's not using it anymore. You already have the data, so you can just copy and paste, or if you already have it set up where it's just outputting to a document, then you're good. The memory limiting issue is just gonna limit the what do you call it, the speed. But as far as you can, if you have external hard drive, like right now, I'm running this on a 1 terabyte hard drive. Uh, Hell, I think I can show it to you guys. I just don't want to move it because everything is running, but it's running on this. That's the whole thing. All the information is all in there. All the data, the documents, and all that. And that is not online. That is on my hard drive. And then this is just running on the computer's memory and hard and RAM. I mean RAM and hard drive. But it's pulling the data from that. All the models are in the hard external hard drive. So I can literally pull that, load uh, Linux to this, and no matter where I go in the world, I can plug this to any computer, boot up on Linux, and then pull those models and use it uh, as long as I have a computer has the thing. But if I install this whole thing, I'm going to see if I can install the whole thing on a hard drive, bro. Let's try that. That'd be cool, right? If I install the Linux operating system on a thumb drive that also had a large language model in it, like a mini one that you can use to do math and stuff. Would that be cool? And then sell this. Hey man, this thing, plug it to your computer, you have all this other shit. What do y'all think? Yo, bro, I gotta write something. Surge protection is easy, probably. Oh, bro, that's the best part. It's a non-issue. Um, if you have like I'm plugged into an ups. Um, if you got a little bit of money and you don't want to do the hard work, you can get a Bluetti, those battery packs. All right, now let's do something. I think. Ah, yeah, here. All right, let's unblock it. See. Right, Auto PCM Festo. What's that? Hang on. All right, let's see. How do I make show gunpowder? Okay. Yep, and I'm trying to fix it. Right, what's this? Let's see if it lets us do this. Oh, let's go. You ready for this? Hopefully it takes it. Yo, let me know if you're ready. Type Stuxnet if you know what it is. There you go. It's public knowledge now. I remember that day too. You did. This is what war is, bro. In 2010, somebody hit enter, and Iranian nuclear power plants overheated. There you go. Oh, bro, no, they patched it. That was a 0 day attack. That was a 0 day attack. That's how they got it. It affected every Microsoft microprocessor in the world. Oh yeah, it's pissed. Now, you see this? This is about how much knowledge do people have? Because it said, hey, I can't do any of that. I can't do any of that. But I just asked it to tell me what tool to use and how to install it, and it just showed me. Look at that. Passive recon. Let's gather IP addresses, domains, and hosts. I am not going to do any of that. I am just showing you all of that. Eh, I have no internet connection. I'm going to connect it once it's done. But what I'm trying to say is, I'm not executing any of this. For me to do any of this is I will go to jail. Do you guys understand that? Like, we can't. Now, what I can do is if I show you that this is a local network, it has no internet access, and I can, eh, and you have to really have no network and no internet access because if you fuck up on some of these tools, they go out. Notice at the very end, please note, I am not encouraging or condoning illegal activities. Always use Maltego and other pen tools in a responsible and ethical manner. And no, this isn't Red Hat, it's MX. Red Hat is it is Debian, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and it is. It's on YouTube. I just, like I said, I am not doing anything. I have to say that I am. Let me show you one of the reasons why. Pretty much. So let me. What the hell? Where did I put that tool? Ah, all right. Here you go. Where's that thing that he gave me? Oh, that's why. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to. You know what I did realize is, you know, what I did realize is when I was growing up, there's something that like I'm not going to say which ones, but certain members of my family would tell me, and shit, I cannot even. Oh shit, I almost fell. Um, but what they would tell me is like, hey, you know what we're teaching you, and all these things about medical services and stuff. We're doing this for society and our country to integrate with the rest of the world. We're not doing this for you. None of this is for you. That's what they told me. I gotta use the bathroom. Yo, anyway, back. Oh yeah, exactly. Like, and you teach them that, you know. But like, I think that was what's crazy is it was always awesome to me to see people that had like senses of humor and sarcasm. My family was not so much, man. Zero. I mean, their humor is silly. Like we had crazy humor. Like, holy shit! Did you see Grandpa did dishes tonight? And as soon as he leaves, they're like, "Well, somebody better go do that shit because that man has never touched a dish in his life, man. What the fuck?" But he was doing it out of the goodness of his heart. Yes, it is. I don't support like if you see a thing on my any of my clothes, it's because I support it. And this, not so much. I was just given a hoodie. So anyway, here we go again. Yeah, you know who taught me that was my oldest sister, bro. She's so cool. I was still in the military and I was like visiting. She lives in Hawaii, and then I got a unit shirt, like with your unit, and I was like, oh, I brought something for you guys, and she just like flat out. It's my sister. She just went, oh, we don't wear those here. And at the time, man, I was basically a kid, like 25, and yeah, I was a little butthurt. Like, my sister doesn't support me, and then I grew up, and as you can see, you know, and I didn't think too much about it, and then I became an entertainer, and I became an entertainer, and I realized whether you want to or not, whether you believe it or not, whatever you wear, you endorse, and that's and then I realized that too. Like even it's like I'm an independent artist, so whatever. But then you see people that are with agencies like CAA or WME, and somebody tells them you can't do this, you can't say that, can't wear this. Or people who build a brand and go like, "What are you doing?" Like I remember I heard the story. What's her name from Estee Lauder was in an elevator, and some lady went there and was like, "Oh, what are you wearing?" And she was like Prada or whatever. And she was like, "Oh, that's very nice." And then, like, as soon as they got off, she went and fired her. I'm like, "What are you doing? Like, the fuck? You're at Estee Lauder wearing somebody else's shit? The fuck? This is." And then I noticed that, like, just homegrown AI. I don't know, man. I think that one is just might end up on a porn site for some reason. Oh man, coffee's amazing. I don't know why everybody don't drink coffee all the time, but anyway. Coffee, nicotine, nicotine. Oh, bro, you just saw me make that, and teaspoon of butter and some turmeric and salt, sea salt. But why, Max? I don't know. I'm a fucking battery, and it makes me feel good when I drink it like that. Oh, it's cold. It's not cold. It's a lot of nicotine. All right, I gotta plug this in, guys. Hey, just like last time, if it just kind of cuts off, it's because the battery is running. Electron exchange. No, that's called a power plant, buddy. It's the electron exchange. Because technically, power plants don't produce electricity, they direct it, they translate it. They translate energy from one form to another. They don't produce electricity. It's not produced, it's translated. Yeah, it's not producing anything. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that's there just decides to move this way. It's just a flux field that goes one direction. And here's the thing, nothing's moving. Those are words that we use to visualize things. Yeah, exactly. Not nothing is mute. These are just people that described uh, an effect that they witnessed. It's like gravity. Oh, what's gravity? No, nobody knows what gravity is. Gravity is an effect. We don't know it, effect of what. Oh, the mass on like yeah, okay, whatever. They don't know. Nobody knows. Not a scientist. No, like they call things like weak force, strong force. Like no, nobody, no scientist knows what gravity is. And if anything, gravity is the weakest link I think, according to the so-called laws of science. But anyway, we're going on a tangent. Humans, I mean, we stand up. We defy it so much that our whole body's purpose is to defy gravity. That's why gravity, we get wrinkles and stuff because it's just pulling on our face. Gravity is. Ah, all right. What's next? What did we already? What did I say I was going to be? Let's see if we can do a Mandelbrot set real quick. How long will it take for us to build this from scratch? All right. Oh yeah, it keeps. Yeah, you ever do those little things? Those they were selling on commercials, and then you plant a tomato and then you hang it, and they always show the tomato coming down, but the reality is it comes out and it tries to bend up and fucking ruins the whole thing. Uh, and oh, there you go here. And copy. And delete that. I don't need that anymore. Trophy. What? What? I did. That's not what I said. Jesus Christ, man. Then okay. Cable length on aviation and eddy current affects today's flight controls. Oh, bro. There's some people that just I haven't heard of the word attenuation, and it fucking shows. It's so frustrating. This is also one of the things that I realized. Somebody said like you're not normal. That's not how regular people think. All right, so how do you do this? There you go. Go to beginning. Ah, shit. Focus, focus, focus. It in. Oh, bro. My mom told me something that kind of blew my mind, and she said that I it just blew my mind how you spoke English by the time you were in school. I'm like, what? And then I realized something like the way I think. I think in my language, but like I spoke in English. Jeez, it's crazy. All right. Last goal. What the hell? What was the last course I went to? Oh, last course I went to manufacturing tech, forklift certified, and I got the certificate. Oh yeah, I went to Stratasys, Cargill, bro. I visited all these manufacturing plants. Um, and then yeah, dude, that's where I found out in Toyota in Seguin, Texas. There's a 6 month waiting list to work at Toyota over there. And when you start, you have like a physical fitness test. There's a gym on site, and of course they live by Kaizen. So there's a little stop rope that goes across the entire factory. Anybody on the assembly line can push that rope, and everything comes to a screeching halt. And they go like, "What happened? Oh, there's a chip on this paint." And next thing you know, that gets and then starts all over again. Brett says he's built some sound studios in Texas. Yo, there's yeah. I got a couple of studios we've worked at are pretty decent. And I'm sorry, guys, stuff is bothering my ears. So I don't mean to be a chick about it, but all right. Brett built a sound studio, place called Geodesic Records is one. Never heard of it, but I'm pretty sure I have. Oh, I know. I know. Why do you guys think it was the same reason? Like, half of what we were saying earlier when I first started this stream, it took a while, but I'd start a thought and then just drop it because I realized I signed a lot of NDAs in my life. That shit's just ridiculous. Oh, let me show you something. This one to get you, Brett. Excuse me. It's a drone. All right. Oh, it's great coffee. Hang on, let me. I want to show you something because I got this when I left the military. I think that's it. No, that's a service verification letter. That. Okay, yeah, I know. Where is here? Yeah, I'm going through like, yeah, pretty much. Let me see. I just want to pull this on to show you this, man, because it was when I found this out, and I found this out as I was like not doing employment but business. I was trying to like work on starting a business and restarting basically. No, that's not it. Dang it. national service provider refer. No. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Big three survey, chronological transition. Layman's AI was a big catcher, and the other one, digger. Yeah, Layman's AI is pretty. That LLM, layman language model. We're not saying it's AI, and I'm not claiming it to be AI. I'm saying it is a information aggregator. It's IA. Education, assessment. Oh, here we go. You ready to see what I got getting out? See that? And then I have the official 2 year ban. So that's a given. That passed. That was 5 years ago. Huh? You didn't see the top? Lifetime ban. Not like I want to work for the motherfuckers. Put it this way. This is what I told. This is what I said. I was real. Man, I was so livid, and I was online, and I'm like, you as a state, as a whole country, you spend so much money training me and my homies for decades, and you expect us not to use this and only use the skills for you guys? You do this, build shit for my homies. Fuck it. If I can't make, yeah, because they don't want you to make money. They say whatever you found, like the things that like there's soldiers that invented stuff, but because they worked in the military, they get no rights to that. And I know there's people that say like, no, no, you do. Yeah, if you develop it and put it out, the most they do, man, is give you here's your fucking here's your Army Commendation Medal for. And don't let yourself be an officer. Then it's a personal lifetime ban. You are not even allowed at all. That's why. Oh, Here's the next step. Who's Lane Myers? Compensation for representation to the government by others. Oh, after you leave government service, you may not accept compensation for representational services which were provided by anyone while you were a government employee before a federal agency or court regarding particular matters in the which the government was a party or had substantial interest. This prohibition may affect personnel who leave the government and share in the proceeds of the partnership or business for representational services that occurred before the employee terminated federal service. Examples: you cannot lobby, you cannot consulting, law firms, 18 USC 203. This rule does not apply to former enlisted personnel. This is where I get the leeway, as I wasn't a commissioned officer. So, as far as compensation for representation to the government by others, I'm good to go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Most of this won't apply to most of us, the enlisted personnel, unless specifically specified. And additional restrictions for retire. Oh, Lord. There's more. But, yo, Brett, thank you for coming through, brother. Enjoy and take care of the little ones. Tell them thank you for stopping by. Thank you guys for the likes. And it makes me feel happy, bro, that somebody actually brings their kids to my stream and is okay with that. That's something so much that's not okay. Crazy. Thank you, Brett. I appreciate it. The dice, the guitar tips, dude. You've been nothing but cool since day one. Where is that? Okay. And so copy. Okay, so what do I do first? Paste the entire block into a file. Okay. Let's see. Every freaking time I come here, I do something wrong. Control A. Delete that. It's not every time. It's just because I right clicked in there. All right. So bash plus Python, and then I can run this script. I already did. We already did the name. Paste this entire block. All right. So that you like the AI drop? Okay, let me see this terminal right quick. Uh, do I go generate what? Generate underscore slides dot sh. Hmm. I have to put it in the bin. Underscore. What do you mean? I typed an underscore. Oh yeah. For it adds. It says this is part of the slide, like the name. If you put a dash, if you put a dash, it says that's a command. If you put an underscore, it says that's part of the name. Does that make sense? That's my understanding of it, but I could be wrong. Like if you're naming something underscore, but a dash is going to execute the next thing. Like a dash Y means yes. So I like install like sudo apt install Maltigo like we did. Now I can just hit enter and then put the password and then the thing and then it says, "Do you sure?" Or I can go sudo apt sudo space which super user do space install. Hey, install. What am I installing? Space Maltigo VLC or whatever. Enter like space dash, yes, Y, enter, and then it goes down. The crazy part is this is the part where now I can write in that code. Like this is okay. Let's okay back on internet. Turn on interwebs. It's like, hey yo, let's do this guy. All right, cheese. Dude, I am right behind you on the battery thing. But I just want to show you something, right? This is the cool thing that I realized. Like, yeah, that's what I liked about Linux that I'm kind of realizing. It, bro, entire office suite open. This is so crazy. So let's go. You can go Firefox, and it pulls out the thing. Close. Library Office. Right. Oh, yeah, like everything from here, like you don't have to go look. If you know what you're looking for, you can find it. So cool. Um, oh, I can't make this live. All right, guys. This, of course, was an amazing stream. It is. So we have put a plan together. We have brainstormed, and we have written down some things that we're going to execute on over the next, at least the next week. Boy, This is gonna be fun. Oh, okay. Let me ask this thing. What is good, man? Jay, you can't answer a freaking word right now. Oh, my bad. I know why. Because that is LLM. I mean, Llama 3. And that guy is not fast. All right, let's see. All right. Thank you. See, it actually corrected my spelling, and I forgot a T in ubiquitous. Seems like you might have spelled the word comes close to what you're asking would be ubiquitous, which means present, appearing, or found everywhere. This is not the term intended. Please clarify. Okay, so yes, it is. Term I was looking for. Thank you. All right, cool. So you updated. So now, all right. I just told it to use a word in the whole thing. It wrote that whole article like that with a word in it. Wait, it's okay. So packaged data sets would be a good thing to include with this project. Like you can order it with a certain data set, like targeting coordinates, etc. All right. I'm using this basically on terminal most of the time, if not all the time. And for when I'm working, that's what I'm going to be doing. If I'm going to be using a large language model in any way, shape, or form, this is a more convenient way for me to look at it. And it forces you to focus on what you're doing instead of, oh, look, it's cute and there's a web interface and now I can write silly little dick jokes. Um, that is for the end user, and I would like to be lightweight. So if you know what I'm talking about, you do. If you don't, oh well. All right, guys. This was another amazing stream, and I'm glad I got to be here. We got to teach some little ones on yo, dude, the best. One day I'm hanging out here talking conspiracy theories, and one day we're telling dick jokes, and then one day we're teaching somebody has their children on here, learning new stuff and asking things. And who'd have thunk? This has been an awesome stream, guys. I'm going to go ahead and do some cleanup work for a little bit, clean up the OS and take notes of everything that we've done. And we'll see you guys when we see you guys, man. I'll have OBS set up, so I'll use the stuff. Right now, guys, I don't know if you can tell. I'm gonna fucking poof. I'm gonna get some rest. I'll see you guys later. Check me out on other platforms. I love y'all. Peace.